Welcome back to my channel. As you read by the title, this is a video about selling on Etsy. As you can see, we're in the car, so it's a little bit different. It's actually my lunch break. Y'all gonna see a lot of lunch break videos, just FYI. But yeah, it's raining also as well, so you might hear a little bit of background noise. But today's video is going to be about selling on Etsy, what you should know prior to selling on Etsy. Now, when I looked before, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to sell on Etsy or like a website or whatever the case may be. There were a lot of mixed reviews, so I was confused. Like, was Etsy good to sell on? Was Etsy bad to sell on? What was going on? So I'm gonna clear all that up into one video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me what you tried, you haven't tried. I am going to do a video on Etsy versus Shopify, Wix, and BigCommerce. So stay tuned for that as well. But this video is solely about Etsy. Now, let me tell you guys this. If you are a first-time seller and you don't have a big platform, it's like social media, or you're not like a public figure or something like that, an influencer, I would definitely recommend selling on Etsy, because Etsy gives you the exposure that helps you grow your business, because you can use Etsy as the main platform, and then as people start purchasing from you, when you go to ship their order and you have your business card and stuff like that in there, then they can actually refer to the business cards to go on your website if you decide to stray away from Etsy. Me, I'm kind of in the process of trying to figure out which website platform that I want to restart, if I want to start back with Shopify, Wix, whatever the case may be. So I'm actually trying to transition more so to my own website, but still remain active or whatever on Etsy. But yeah, that's what's going on right now with me. So let's get into this video. So I got my notebook here because I took notes, y'all. So you might hear some paper flipping. It's just me going through my notes because I wanted to make sure y'all got it out. So we have about 3 main topics that's loaded today about Etsy. Now, the first thing I want to point out is first-time sellers. So let's say you have your products in your shop and you're ready to publicly launch your shop. Etsy is not like other websites. You have to have something in your shop in order to make a sale, in order to make it public, for one. For 2, a lot of people say you have to have a certain amount of things for Etsy to actually take you serious. No. And the reason why I say no is because I don't even have half. Like, I heard a lot of people saying you gotta have 30 items in your shop. You have to have more than 20 items in your shop. No, I don't know how many I have, but it's way less than 20, way less than 30, because I make cups. So it's a little bit different than what somebody who's making jewelry or somebody selling like glitter or whatever the case may be. It's a little bit different. And I've still made sales constantly with what I was doing with the amount of things that I have in my store. Oh, and the sun's coming out now, y'all. So you already got your stuff on Etsy that you want to sell, and now you're ready to launch your shop. First things first, before I say anything else, make sure you budget for at least 4 to 5 months, or 4 to 6 months. Let's say 4 to 6 months. Because this Etsy will make or break your company. And when I say make or break, meaning that it will either put you in the red, or it will put you in the green, or it will put you somewhere to where you're breaking even. And we want to make profits, not break even, definitely not be in the red. So if you're a first-time seller and you launched your shop, first-time sellers, you made your first sale, you can expect for the first 90 days or the first 90 days worth of sales for you not to see any of that money up front. Etsy holds new sellers money for 90 days. And out of those 90 days, the first maybe 1 or 2, 3 sales, depending on how many, depending on how much your stuff is or what the case may be, your price point will determine if you see that first sale. So 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna make any money from your first sale, probably your second sale, maybe your third sale, depending on, like I said, price point. So with that being said, your first 90 days of sales, as far as money wise and send a refund, you won't see. Etsy holds it for 90 days, and that's just to make sure that you are legit. People are getting a certain amount of people, or how many ever people are getting their purchases. Try to get reviews. I mean, it's hard because I'm guilty for, I don't review when I purchase as well like that. So we're guilty of it, so we can't expect people to do it for us. So try to get it, or try to focus on that review. Like, I give you this if you review me, or $5 off, $10, whatever the case may be, to try to get you as many reviews as you can within them first 90 days, so that Etsy can see that you're legit. I only got like 2, and I just got 2. So make sure that you're getting reviews. Reviews are probably gonna be the point for Etsy. That's one of my things. Reviews, and making sure that the customers are getting their stuff on time. That's another thing. Etsy also has a 3-day hold. So Etsy allows you, after your 90 days is up and now you're able to sell and get money within that same time. Oh, I'll go back to that. Wait a minute. So after you did all that, right, and excuse me, you've made your sales and now you're off to a good start. Once you decide that you want to do your deposit, because they let you pick your deposit schedule, you can do every day, you can do once a week, twice a week, once a month, I think, and I think it's twice a month. But anyway, regardless of what your deposit schedule is, if you do every day like me, you're still not going to see money every day. You'll see your money after 3 days. Etsy has a 3-day hold. So they hold your money for 3 days. So everything, the first 90 days are going to be out of pocket most likely. If you are a person like me that makes to order, like I don't really have on hand, I usually purchase stuff as they buy it because I don't want to overdo it. That is when a lot of stuff comes out of your pocket. Like, a lot of times you're spending your own money before you actually see the money for the sale. And then you have to hope that that money is there, because I will tell y'all this, it's not a reserved fund. I've heard a lot of people say reserved. There's nothing reserved about that. What I call it is a sitting fund. And pretty much what that sitting fund is to where your funds are sitting, but there's also fees, taxes, it's a lot of stuff coming out of that money that you don't know about up front. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going to frequently ask questions and stuff like that. And most of the time we're so excited about starting a business, we're not looking at frequently asked questions because we're expecting everything to be in front of us that we need to know. Hidden fees. Yeah, better listen. So yeah, they have a 3-day holding schedule. So with all this holding we got going on, that does not include weekends. It's strictly Monday through Friday, and it does not include holidays. So if you have a 3-day hold and Christmas is on Friday, you made your sale on Monday. Let's say you made your sale on Tuesday. Christmas is on Friday. You probably won't see that money until Monday. 3-day hold. 3-day hold turns into like a week, because you got Christmas and you got two weekend days. So therefore you're not gonna see that money into that Monday. Etsy also deposits funds in your bank account after 2 o'clock. I had to think about it. Yeah, after 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not sure about the other times because I just keep up with mine. So if it's 2 p.m. EST time, then figure that out. Whatever time schedule you're on. So when it comes to sitting funds, right? I'm gonna tell you what comes out, and we're gonna talk about this in detail a little bit in a little while. So when it comes to sitting funds, you have ads that come out of those sitting funds. You have your fees that you don't really know about, those hidden fees that come out, and fees in general. You also have shipping fees, and you also have, if you have like Etsy offers basic Etsy and Etsy plus, which we'll talk about later. So if you decide to do Etsy plus, that's an additional amount of money that you pay every month, and that also comes out of that if it comes around the first of the month. Yeah, that's that. So number 2, bullet point number 2, fees you don't know about and secrets. So Etsy, of course, you have to pay for your shipping label. And the convenient part about Etsy is you can get your shipping label through them at a discounted price. Now, the discounted price isn't that much discounted versus you going to pay at the post office for your whatchamacallit. Hold on, y'all. I'm hot, and I think it's gonna stop raining. So get a little bit of air in here, just a little bit, not much. Okay. So you, of course, you gotta pay for your shipping label. So your shipping label is gonna actually come out of your stuff. That's first things first. You also have your transaction fees, which means that they charge you for each transaction a percentage of that transaction. So I'm not too sure about the percentage. I don't know if it's 2.3, 2.9, or what it is, because sometimes that number changes and it's subject to change without any kind of approval or knowledge or anything like that. So with that being said, the transaction fee comes out. Your shipping transaction fee comes out. Your sale fee comes out. These are all hidden fees that you don't really know about. You also have a listing fee or auto renewal fee. Sorry, I had to close the door. You also have a listing fee or auto renew fee, and that's for items more than one. So auto renew to me is something that if I choose to do it manually, which I do recommend if you have on hand, because it helps you keep up with your inventory by you manually doing it versus Etsy manually adding that number back. So you have 10 items, you sell 3, and instead of having 7, they put it back at 10 and charge you that 20 cent per item. So I would recommend manually doing it if you have like a lot of products on hand, or if you have like very limited products on hand to kind of keep up with inventory. I usually let it auto renew because I figured out that you're still gonna pay the 20 cent. Okay, so it's no way around it. They say auto renew, they don't charge, but they charge. If it's more than one item, they're gonna charge. And who really has one item in their shop? I'll wait. So Etsy Plus, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, also comes out of that, like I said. Now, while we're on Etsy Plus, we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So I have the basic Etsy because to me Etsy Plus just wasn't worth it. I think Etsy Plus is between $10 to $20. I want to say definitely $10, probably $15. I don't know, but I'm definitely sure it's $10, or it used to be $10. So with that, you get $15 listing credits, meaning that 15 listing credits for free, because you do have to pay, and that was that listing fee I was telling you about. They charge you to list items in your shop. So you get 15 listing credits, which is pretty good. You also get $5 worth of ad credits, which doesn't roll over. So if you don't use it, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna use it, it's gonna expire. We'll talk about ads in a minute, and I'm gonna tell you why that $5 is not really much. Okay, it's something, but it's not much. So the next thing you have is access to a web address discount, or a custom web address domain discount through Hoover, not Etsy. So let's say your shop is Silly Style T-shirt. It'll be www.sillystyletshirts.com versus being www.etsy.com/shop/silly t-shirts. So that's definitely different, but depending on how much Hoover charges, are you really getting a discount compared to GoDaddy, domain, like different domain places where you can get a domain? Restock request, meaning that if something's sold out in your shop, the customer can be notified whenever the item returns. But if you're good about keeping stuff in stock, or if something goes out of stock, you're not going to return it, then that definitely doesn't make sense to have. You also get advanced customization options. Now, don't be fooled by this customization option, because you get up to custom banners, up to 4 options or 4 pictures. And then you also get the new layout for Etsy listing up to 4. So you get 4 featured listings that pop up on the front of your screen, which already pops up on the front of your screen. And then also, from looking at Etsy analytics, and this is just looking at the website as a whole, most users use their cell phone. Most users now use their cell phones. The few people that actually use their websites, they feel like are sellers and people who are at work, pretty much. So think about it. I have a custom banner. So if you go on my Etsy shop from the computer, you can see it. But if you go through it on your phone, you can't see it. So why would I pay to have a custom banner if most of the people uses a cell phone? So they're not going to be able to see it anyway, because it's going to look like a normal Etsy shop. You also have access to discounts and perks, meaning that you have custom shipping boxes, and I think this is through Moo. And I've heard Moo is very expensive, but I'm not sure. I haven't been on there. I just seen reviews and stuff. And you also get business cards and other printables, and you get 30% discount on Moo. So you get a lot of good little perks. However, I'm not gonna say everybody, but I feel like Canva is the place to go now, because you can go get you a template off of Etsy, and you can take it to Canva. You can edit it and get as many as you want on Canva for a very low price. So I'm probably gonna do some research about that Moo, and probably do like a IG live or something like that to kind of talk about it, to see what's going on with that. But that's definitely something that, if you feel like it's necessary, it's necessary. But for me, an extra $10 on top of what I'm already paying versus what I'm already seeing just isn't worth it to me. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Etsy ads. So I'm going to tell you, Etsy allows $1 a day to $50 maximum a day. So the $1 is the minimum, the $50 is the maximum. It's very misleading, because they say this is your budget per day, and you expect, if you have 5 items listed, then you're only going to probably spend $1, because it's going to break up that $1 within those 5 listings. No, it's $1. Let's say if you have a $20 budget, okay, it's $20 per item, per clicks, per day. So they're not going to charge you if it hasn't been clicked on, but they will charge you once they click on it, and then they won't let it go past that $20 a day budget. So if you have 5 items with a $20 budget, you're spending $100 in one day per clicks, if people click on it and get you to that $20 thing. So that's already $100 in the red you are before sales. And then a lot of times you don't even get this. I've tried to experiment, right, where I did, I think it was $25 a day for three items, and I got a lot of clicks but no revenue. So I pretty much put myself in the red because I wanted to do something, or it was experimenting, trying to see if it would, because I seen people do it and it was like, oh, I got these sales and I got these sales. But to be honest, I think it was a hoax because I did not get anything back from it. So I would strongly suggest using analytics. And I'm not talking about Etsy analytics where you can look at Etsy as a platform. I'm talking about where you can look at your shop. That Etsy offers analytics to where you can look at your shop ads and see how your ads are doing and see how your listings are doing against other listings that's in your shop. What I did was, when I first started Etsy, I made a big mistake because I tried to get all my listings out there when I didn't have to. And it dawned on me, if you put maybe 1 or 2 listings out, then you should be good, because once people come to your shop, because most likely they're going to click on it, and at the bottom it's going to say more from this shop, or it's going to say, or they may just click in your shop. They're going to see the stuff. So I don't necessarily have to advertise all my stuff because they will see my stuff. So I would suggest maybe starting off like $1 or $2 a day, because whatever you choose, they require you to leave it there for a week. So just so that they can get the algorithms and they can get all that stuff together and you can actually see how you're doing. So be mindful that whatever budget you choose per day, per items, how many ever items you choose, is going to be how much you're going to owe Etsy at the end of the week. They don't take the fund, like, you can't just pay the funds. They take it out at the first of the month if you do auto enroll, or if you choose to just pay them and not auto enroll. So yeah, that's another thing. Utilize, when you're doing that 1 week trial period or 2 week trial period, whatever fits you, definitely utilize that analytics and see which items are doing good. So let's say you had a bleach t-shirt that said Hot Mama, and you had a bleach t-shirt that said Tree Lover. The Tree Lover t-shirt probably is gonna do bad because not a lot of people like trees. And then you might have a lot of mamas that's looking at this stuff based on your targeted audience, because you can also pick your targeted audience, or you can let Etsy choose it for you. Whichever you choose, just be mindful and remember that those analytics are going to tell you. Say your mom bleach t-shirt picked or had 483 clicks, and your tree t-shirt only had 2. I would advertise the Hot Mama t-shirt, because that's going to drive people into your shop. Now, you will get a lot of visits and a lot of views, but no sales. But that's just part of the game, you know. Some people come in, they window shop. Some people actually shop. Discount codes, if you can. I would do like a abandoned cart discount. Definitely an after post-purchase discount. An abandoned cart discounts kind of help people that aren't sure actually be sure, because they left it in their cart and you want to make the sale and they want stuff, but they might feel like it's just too pricey at the moment, or they might be waiting to payday. Offer that discount. It doesn't have to be much, but it has to be something worth them. You know, you still have to make your money off of it too, but it has to also be something worth for them to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then also don't get too caught up with Etsy ads, because Etsy also has ads that they don't charge for based off of SEO, pretty much other platforms, because they want to bring people to their platform. So if they see an item is doing real good, they're not going to ask you for your permission. They're going to promote it and trying to drive traffic into the website, because they see that there's items like this that you've been talking about or looking at. We have it here. So be mindful of that. And you can also use other platforms like Pinterest, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Snapchat ads, TikTok ads. You can use a lot of different other ads to promote your stuff, because Etsy is going to worry about their platform first. They're going to push that stuff out there on their platform first, and then worry about the other ones later. Because if you think about it, if you're ever on Instagram and you're strolling and then you come across an Etsy ad, it's like 10 random things And the first thing is always something that you're not even looking for. So 9 times out of 10, people are not going to stroll through all those pictures trying to hope that they find what they're looking for. So that's definitely something that you might want to look at, because it may be cheaper. It may be easier to do. So yeah, that's that. Another thing about Etsy is you have to be careful with what you put out there. They have this thing called copyright infringement, and I think you only get maybe 2 to 3 times, to where if you violate it, then they'll shut down your shop. So if you get the first violation, they take everything down that's copyrighted. If you get the second violation, I think they suspend your shop for a few days, but you're able to get out your orders and stuff like that. But that's also not a good look, because if I purchase something from you and I wanted to make another purchase because I forgot something, and I look and your shop is no longer there, that's gonna freak me out, because it's like, did I just get conned? What's going on? And a lot of times people probably will reach out, but while they're reaching out to you, they're also probably reaching out to their bank to dispute that transaction. And because you haven't even seen this money yet, listen, it's probably will retract that money back, because it's copyright infringement anyway. I have not had this happen, but one time with the Among Us cup, I never seen Among Us out there. It's like before Among Us blue. But once it blew up and they put that copyright thing on there, they actually took it off my site. So I wasn't able to, or I'm no longer able to sell like Among Us in that form. Some people get away with it by switching up the titles or whatever, but I would definitely recommend not doing that, because you know you don't want them to cancel your sales and you not know it. And then also, shop policies. Be specific with your shop policies, because Etsy now offers guest shopping, to where people just don't have to have a profile to shop, and that is kind of causing a lot of Etsy businesses to slump in sales and growth, because people are buying stuff and then they don't want it, and they have to, they don't have specifics of no refunds, no this, no that, and they're having to refund it back. Me, I don't accept refunds. I don't do refunds, cancellations, none of that, because of COVID, for one. For two, like I said, I made the order, so as soon as the order come in, even though I don't see my money for 3 days, I'm still gonna go ahead and start the process, because I don't have 3 days to wait based on my shipping, because those 3 days hurt. They definitely do. But you also want to make sure that your shipping is good. So or if you sell sandals from Walmart, then you definitely want to make sure that if you can ship it out the next day, ship it out the next day. If you make t-shirts and it takes a couple of weeks, then people are gonna buy what the quality is for. They're gonna wait for quality unless they feel like it's something that should already be done. Customizable things, pretty much customers will wait for, because it's customizable, it's their own, whatever the case may be. But when it's more generic brand things, then that's definitely something that they don't want to wait for. Another thing is trying to figure out what to sell. You can go onto Etsy and type in bestsellers, and some of their bestsellers pop up. Those still too. I would probably stick to the bestsellers that they have that are on the first couple of pages, first 2 pages, simply because that's what's out there. Definitely keep up with trends, but be unique. So if they have a butterfly ring, what's different between that butterfly ring and your butterfly ring? You definitely have to be very, very reasonable with your price. You can't be the price point is hard, because one thing about Etsy, and I'm going to say this over a course of videos, because like I said, I wanted to do an Etsy versus other platforms type video. But one thing about Etsy is you get the exposure, but you're also competing with thousands of other people that do the same thing as you. And in order to stand out, to make a sale, you have to do something that sets you aside from others, but still it's in that same range. Like if somebody's making a Ninja Turtle shirt and you end up making a Teletubby shirt. They don't want the Teletubby shirt ain't what's popping right now. It's the Ninja Turtle shirt. They want the Ninja Turtle. So instead of doing a regular Ninja Turtle shirt like Jennifer, Jean, Allie, this shop has do a t-shirt with the bleach Ninja Turtle and the cut real, like, use like what's trending and other, like, if you know shirts with holes in them is trending, then take that design and put it on a shirt with the hole that's trending. You can mix designs as long as it looks right and it makes sense. So definitely have to stick out and be unique, be different, but still stay on trend. And you also have to be reasonable with your price, because you and Gina could have the same thing, but Gina's price range might be more, but her shipping is less. So you might be at $30 and she might be at $55, but she can get out next day and yours is 2 weeks. So it kind of depends on. I'm gonna go with Gina because she got free shipping, even though I don't know what I'm getting. Like, hers ship out next day, so you have to really kind of figure out your happy medium and figure out what fits in and what works for you. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, the Tumbler dr_, Pinterest, the Tumbler doctor, TikTok, the Tumbler doctor. Did I spell it right? doctor? Yeah, I did. And yeah, I'm gonna have some back-to-back videos. Hopefully I'm gonna try to do more lunch videos. I don't really take lunches like that, but sometimes you just have to step away from the computer. Just step away and stuff. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know what you guys want me to try. That's Etsy in a nutshell. I'm pretty sure I missed some things, but let me know if I should do a Q&A on Instagram or a Q&A here on live or whatever the case may be, and we'll talk. I'm human. I talk back, I like interacting with you guys. I like interacting with people in general that share like interests like business and stuff like that, because you get a lot of insight, and it opens your horizons to different things. So you definitely want to make sure that you network as well. Networking is the key. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and be sure to follow me on social media so you can see what I'm doing, what I got going on, and everything on period. All right, bye guys.